Happy Patriot Day, everybody. My name is Matt. Everyone knows me probably by now. I am wearing the Future Looks Bright hat for Valuetainment along with a shirt today for 3 reasons. I have posted this on X, but I'm going to say here 3 reasons. One, I'm sporting and supporting the gear of Valuetainment and PVD Podcast with Patrick. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, 9/11. And reason number 3, Charlie Kirk. Enough said. I'm not going to say what I wanted to say initially, because now I think it's been said by just about every news media outlet out there who supported, loved, and actually knew Charlie Kirk. Charles James Kirk. It's unfortunate that he didn't have a second middle name, Tiberius. He would have been a real Captain Kirk. But a couple of things I want to say. I did write on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I did write that Charlie was a patriot. He was a friend to a lot of people. But most importantly, he was an American and he was a believer. He was a Christian. And I'm thinking I'd try to find a verse that would be appropriate. And I found it. I just had to Google the words to make sure I got it right. Precious in the sight of God, or the sight of the Lord, is the death of his saints. That's Psalm 116. Psalm 116. I just glanced at it real quick, don't know the verse. But Psalm 116, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of a saint. And Franklin Graham talking to Greta Van Susteren, I want to say that name correctly. Franklin said, I'm not sorry for Charlie, but I am sorry for his wife, the wife and kids. And Franklin Graham is correct. What I was originally going to do was I work in Newport Beach. And when I heard that Charlie was assassinated, and we have to use the word assassinated, whether he was an actual political figure. He was a political figure, but he did not have a political title necessarily. But in the same fashion, we say it's assassination as with Martin Luther King Jr. So Charlie Kirk was assassinated yesterday in Utah, which is about an hour ahead of us in time zone. I believe it about an hour. Same time zone as Arizona. And what I was originally planning on do is just leave work early and do a whole rant on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, because I, along with a whole lot of people, was very, very angry about what happened. And I'm going to say this. I hope Pam Bondi and Cash Patel and anyone in the local law enforcement up there in Utah, I hope they find this dude. I wouldn't put it behind. It would not surprise me if the assassin was a trans person, because in the last few school shootings and the recent church shooting, all of them were done by trans. But I wouldn't put it past it. We don't know who the shooter is. I believe the Utah police and the Utah FBI branch of the Utah branch of the FBI is looking for the shooter. They have tips. They have maybe informants is not the right word, but they have tips and I'm sure they're getting calls. They have a piece of evidence, which is possibly the bolt-action rifle that was used, and a footprint, and possibly a handprint somewhere. That's what I've heard. But I'm not going to rant as I thought I was going to do. But because it's already been ranted on by a whole bunch of other people, including Michael Franzese. It's a guy I respect, Michael Franzese. And he did a live stream, and he was pretty flippant upset about the whole thing, and rightfully so. And there are some, but I am angry not only that Charlie Kirk was shot down and assassinated at 31 years of age. Number one, he's taken too early. Two, people are so demonically minded, so demonically controlled, that they would celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. And according to PBD Podcast, I just saw this earlier today, that PBD Podcast showed a big mob of mostly peaceful protesters, possibly a vigil. And some guy went down on a scooter saying F Charlie Kirk. You say that anywhere and your ass is going to get beaten up, which is what happened to this guy. Yeah. So I'm giving you guys my 2 cents about this, the death, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I was going to, in the rant, I was going to do a little bit of Bernie Mac. I may or may not. This son of a bitch. I can't stand him, motherfucker. I don't do I don't do Bernie Mac as well as Ray Lewis or any of these other more professional impressionists. But I'm to tell you, you're son of a bitch. We're gonna find you, motherfucker. We're gonna catch you, motherfucker. We're gonna put you in jail. We're gonna put you in chains. And then you'll see the wrath of God. Some of them. So, that's my 2 cents on Charlie Kirk. He has been transported from this life to the next. And if you believed in Jesus as he did, you will see him again. If you don't believe in Jesus, if you're a liberal, if you're a woke person who hated Charlie Kirk, who denounces the President of the United States, that's your opinion. But don't do what happened to Charlie Kirk. Don't resort to that kind of violence. Because we will find you. We will arrest you. And if the penalty is correct, we will end your life. If the death penalty is the appropriate sentence for you in court. That will happen. And whoever the son of a bitch is, you will have your day in court here, and you will also have your day in court up there. I hope you enjoyed my 2 cents. Rest in peace, Charles James, Captain James Kirk. Peace. And in the midst of this, to quote Patrick Bet David, the future looks bright.